Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I am Cryptic Coil, and in today's video I am going to show you, I'm going to kind of do a book haul, I guess. So real quick, I got some replacement copies for some of my Fear Street novels. For instance, I got this was my copy of High Tide, and I don't know, there's a few of you who, watch my book hauls, pretty regularly, and you remember that I was really pleased when I got this copy of High Tide, because this is, one of the semi-rare ones. When you can find them, if you can find them in good condition, they're kind of pricey. From time to time, you can find one and find copies that are kind of beat up, and those ones are more reasonably priced. Well, I got this in a book haul, and I got a great deal on the book haul. And the condition of this one was like really good, and I was like, oh no, like this can't be my reading copy. It's gonna have to be my collector's copy. Well, I finally found a collector's copy, and it's in a little bit worse condition. Like you can tell it's been read. There's a spine crease on the back. There's a little crease here on the corner and everything. So, but even this, I mean, this is still in like fantastic condition. I mean, still got a good strong spine, still holding up. This is actually good enough to me to be a collector's copy, but it's my reading copy. So I'm really stoked about that. Let's see. And I do have more Fear Streets, but they're kind of on the bottom of the stack. So I found these at a local thrift store. This one is Goosebumps Slappy's World, Slappy Birthday to You. I'm not going to read the summary on back or anything, but this one's actually, kind of beat up and everything. So I don't know. To tell you the truth, I don't know if I'm ever going to get around to reading these Slappy's Worlds, but I also have Attack of the Jack, and I don't know what that's all about, because it's like, you know, the most famous pirate right now is Captain Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean, and so you got, a pirate on the cover in Attack of the Jack. I mean, I don't mind this being inspired by Pirates of the Caribbean, but that's just a little too close to you know that other home. Let me go ahead and rip this sticker off real quick. Sweet, I got it off without damaging any of the paint. So I found a couple of vintage Goosebumps books. I found this one, Piano Lessons Can Be Murder, and it's the old school copy with the embossed Goosebumps logo. And I mean, this is in fantastic condition. Let me just go ahead and read this one on the back. So I mean, that is a great cover. I mean, isn't it? I mean, and the colors, like that kind of baby sky blue with kind of the burgundy Goosebumps logo. I mean, the ghost hands playing the piano. I mean, that is really cool. So, the tagline is "Play it again, hands." Okay, so that's a reference to the movie Casablanca. But if you haven't seen Casablanca, you would believe that "Play it again, Sam" was a line from that movie. It wasn't. The guy just asked Sam to play it again. But "Play it again, Sam," that's become a very popular pop culture reference. And similar to like a "Luke, I am your father," but that's not what he said. So anyway, let's go ahead and read the summary on back. Practice till you drop dead. When Jerry finds a dusty old piano in the attic of his new house, his parents offer to pay for lessons. At first, taking piano lessons seems like a cool idea, but there's something creepy about Jerry's piano teacher, Dr. Shriek. Something really creepy. Something Jerry can't quite put his finger on. Then Jerry hears the stories, terrifying stories, about the students at Dr. Shriek's music school. Students who went in for a lesson and never came out. Readers beware, you're in for a scare. Okay, enough of that. All right, so Then I already have a copy, but not one in this good of condition. So this is what is it? One Day at Horrorland. Okay, and I'm trying to get the sticker off, and sadly a little bit of the paint's coming off. Okay, it's semi negligible. So this is another vintage copy with the embossed Goosebumps logo, and these colors are fantastic. I love this. This is probably this is got to be top three favorite Goosebumps covers for me. All right, so let's and the condition is actually fantastic. So I believe I already have a copy of this. Ooh, there's a little bit of a crease in the back, but okay, that's negligible. Okay, the damage that we see here is negligible to me. This is a fantastic collector's copy. I'm going to go ahead and read the tagline and the summary. Enter if you dare. And then the sign reads, Welcome to Horrorland, where nightmares come to life. Okay, so let's go ahead and read the summary now. The next ride might be their last. The Morris family got lost trying to find Zoo Gardens theme park, but that's okay. They found another amusement park instead. It's called Horrorland. In Horrorland, there are no crowds, no lines, and the admission is free. It seems like a pretty cool place, but that was before that heart-stopping ride on the deadly doom slide and that terrifying experience in the House of Mirrors. Because there's something weird about the rides in Horrorland, something a little too creepy, a little too real. So this is cool. I don't think I had this one as a kid, but I remember buying this as a kid and giving it to a girl in my third grade class that I thought was really pretty for Christmas. And my parents were like, "What's up with you wanting to buy this girl a Christmas present?" I was like, "Nothing. She's just cool. I like her." you know. All right. And then I found this one. Let me go ahead and remove the sticker. Uh, these Goosebumps books, I found at a thrift store. It's like I walked in one day and kind of hit a small jackpot. So this is actually a reprint. It does not have the embossed Goosebumps logo. And but here's the cover. The title is "The Beast from the East," and the tagline reads, "He's a real animal." One of the cheesier taglines, actually. I mean, they're all kind of cheesy, but they all work. That one was like a little extra cheesy. So let me read the summary on back. Every beast for himself. Ginger Wald and her identical twin brothers, Nat and Pat. Oh, I guess they're triplets. Okay. Ginger Wald and her identical twin brothers, Nat and Pat, are lost in the woods. No problem. After all, Ginger did go to that silly nature camp. Still, there's something odd about this part of the woods. The grass is yellow, the bushes are purple, and the trees are like skyscrapers. Then Ginger and her brothers meet the beasts. They're big, blue, furry creatures, and they want to play a game. The winners get to live. The losers get eaten. Okay, that sounds like one of the more morbid Goosebumps books. Some of them aren't like, really morbid. That sounds pretty morbid, but it also sounds like it's probably because it's a retelling of Hansel and Gretel. So, which is just a morbid story. Okay, and I've been holding out for this, you guys. Goosebumps Attack of the Mutants, and this is an old school copy, embossed Goosebumps logo. I had this when I was a kid. I had it in third grade. I read it in like 2 days during like reading time in class. I absolutely loved it back then. I thought it was really cool that R.L. Stine did a superhero theme for Goosebumps. And then just recently, I saw a video from this woman who's about my age. She has a channel and she talks about a lot of nostalgic things, a lot of Nickelodeon. She talks about Goosebumps, Murder She Wrote. I don't remember the name of her channel off the top of my head. Please forgive me, but she actually did a video on the Goosebumps episode, and she kind of compared it to the book, and she kind of made an argument that this was actually one of the worst Goosebumps. And I kind of saw where she was coming from, and it kind of broke my heart because I remember enjoying it in third grade, but I could see where she's coming from. Just for fun, I'll go ahead and read the tagline and the summary in back, but I want to move on. He's no superhero. He's a super villain. Okay, not the most clever tagline. They usually try to be clever. I think that one was just being more descriptive. Read at your own risk. Skipper Matthews has an awesome comic book collection. His favorite one is called The Masked Mutant. It's about an evil supervillain who's out to rule the universe. Skipper can't get enough of the mutant until one day he gets lost in a strange part of town and finds a building that looks exactly like the mutant's secret headquarters, a building that appears and disappears. Has Skipper read one too many comic books? Or does the masked mutant really live in Riverview Falls? So, I was holding out for a vintage copy in good condition, and this one is perfect. Okay, this is, as far as I'm concerned, a perfect collector's copy. I mean, there's a little teeny tiny thing right there, but no biggie. Because I already had a reprint. So I was holding out for a vintage, and now I have it. But this reprint is actually in better condition, and the reprint still looks pretty cool as far as I'm concerned. So, so this one's a little bittersweet. So, a while ago, I did a book haul, an online book haul, and I got this terrible copy of Why I'm Afraid of Bees, and I don't know what to do with this. I wouldn't try to sell it. I wouldn't. I'd feel bad trying to give it away. Like, here, have this piece of crap. I'm not gonna try to do that. But and I didn't have this book as a kid either. But I found this reprint, and it does not have the embossed logo, but that's okay. It's in like almost perfect condition. I mean, it's got the corners a little teeny tiny bent, but no biggie. All right. So gosh, I didn't get out the original, but you know what? Let me save this one for like last or something. All right. So I ended up finding this copy of My Hairiest Adventure. I never had this one either. I remember, like in fifth grade, there was a kid in my class who had it, and I asked him how he liked it, and he said he liked it. But this one is like has a lot of like paint issues, and I don't remember if I got this online or if I got it at a thrift store. But I mean, the spine is in pretty good condition. It's just kind of the cover's a little beat up, but that's still good for like a reading copy. I got another copy of How to Kill a Monster. And it's old school. I mean, it's vintage. It has the embossed Goosebumps logo. I did a haul a while ago, and the one that I got was like in perfect condition. But where I did a haul a while ago where I showed a copy of this that I had purchased, and it still had like the trading cards inside in perfect condition. This one doesn't have that, so I guess this will be my reading copy. It's in great condition too, though, so I'm good with it. All right, and then I have another copy of Shocker on Shock Street. I know I have a reprint, and then I have a really beat up copy. This one is in far superior condition. This one is in far superior condition, so I'm happy with it. Before I show that, and I'm coming to the end, you guys. So I picked up some backup copies of Fear Hall, Fear Hall, the beginning and the conclusion. Now the two copies that I have are in excellent condition, so those will be my collector's copies. This copy of Fear Hall is really beat up. I got it with the High Tide. So I got the High Tide that I just showed you. Fear Hall beginning, this Fear Hall conclusion, and I got the Fear Street Sagas #1 and New Fear, all in the same haul, and it was a great deal, a fantastic deal. But even though I already had all these, I figured that these could be my reading copies. So yeah, and then my Fear Hall, the conclusion, doesn't have that Dollar General thing in the corner. So I guess this is a vintage copy. And it's a shame that it's in such beat up condition. I mean, look at the spine. I mean, but this first edition, I guess, will be my reading copy, and that General Dollar one will be my collector's copy, I guess. Okay, then I have this weird copy of the Fear Street Sagas #1, A New Fear, and let me show you what's so odd about it. See how much taller it is than the other Fear Street books? That is like really wild. And I looked at it to see if, I guess it, I thought maybe it was big print, for people with poor eyesight, but no, not really. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of wild. And I don't see anything special. It says that it was printed in 1996. I don't see a more modern date than that. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of wild. All right, let's move on. So as far as R.L. Stine stuff goes, they just released new copies of The Confession and Night Games. And let me show you just in comparison to the rest of the Fear Street books. So this is what The Confession looks like. A pair of rollerblades. Like, what is that, a cop? No. No, it's just a dude passed out in the middle of an alley. There's a girl looking through a fence, some kind of shady character right there. Maybe it's just an innocent bystander, who knows. Someone in a window, a dumpster. I don't see any rats. Yeah, so, and then you look at the back, and it shows you that there's even more. So this one's pretty tall. The font actually does look pretty big. Let me show you. So someone with bad eyesight should still have a fairly easy time reading that. It's not big, bold print or anything. But, yeah. And then let's look at Night Games. So, there's a house. There's someone on top of the house. Whoa, was the house toilet papered? Yeah, it was. Yeah, so those are the new ones. And then the last two books that I have to show you are not R.L. Stine, but I found them and I'd never heard of them. And there's More Scary Stories for Sleepovers by Q.L. Pierce, illustrated by Bart Warburton. And then there's Even More Scary Stories for Sleepovers. So there's more and even more. And whoa, there's like this snake-like humanoid creature like on the cover that is freaky. Okay. Let me see if there's anything interesting, because I found these at a thrift store. And I picked them up because this one was copyrighted in 1992. So that's vintage children's horror, which I think is cool. Let me read you the names of the stories and more scary stories for sleepovers. Number 1 is swimming lessons. 2 is wish fulfillment. 3 is the box. 4 is green thumb. 5 is nightmare. 6 is what's the matter with Marvin. 7 is crying wolf. 8 is no laughing matter. 9 is family ties. 10 is 9 lives. And 11 is the lesson. Let me go ahead and read to you what stories are in even more scary stories for sleepovers. Whoa, there's a burn. So someone wrote their name on the inside, and there's a burn mark for some reason. That tells me they were probably reading it like around a campfire, and they probably dropped a marshmallow or something. And whoa, it kind of burned it. It's still in pretty good condition. I think that actually makes it kind of cool. All right. I bet you anything that like some kids were reading from this around a campfire. Okay, so story 1 is The Tune of Terror. 2 is The Shape of Fear. 3 is Feast of the Hungry Ghosts. 4 is The Invitation. 5 is Camp Colby. 6 is The Pact. 7, By Any Means. 8, The Power of the Mind. 9, Family Reunion. 10, Nightmare on Sugar Dome. And 11, Danger Island. So this actually sounds really fun. Like if I got 15, 20 minutes of downtime, pick up one of these, kill a story. Yeah, that sounds fun. All right, well, hey, listen, I actually had a lot of fun doing this video. I just get excited when I get this many like Goosebumps in our Fear Street books, and when I get a couple other things in the same vein, it just makes me happy because of the nostalgia and everything. And I hope you guys kind of get that same satisfaction out of it. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Take care. Horns up and peace out.